What's up, y'all? It's your boy Jay Richardson here from Talk to Me Talk Show, where we discuss various topics about our people, our youth, and our futures. And in today's episode, I'm going to tell you all about how I got locked up. So stay tuned. So I know everybody's probably gonna be watching this and wondering, how did little Nigel get arrested or locked up? But this video has nothing to do with me getting arrested, nothing to do with anything bad, anything negative. It actually has to do about locks of hair.
See that? Growth and development.
So first time I tried to lock my hair, I was about 15, 14. And I don't know, my hair was just too soft. I wasn't patient enough to let it grow out. So it got to a point where I was just like, man, I'm going back to the waves. I don't want locks. I don't want to look at them. Them things ugly. I done seen dudes with some of the smallest little BDB, little roach twists. And I said, I refuse to be one of them. I won't have that. So I let it go, waved up, tried it again. I was about 16. Tried again, I was 17, got to a point where I was just like, man, I'm over it. And my final last decision, I was about my senior year at Federal State. And I said, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. So the first time I officially locked my hair, and I said, there's no going back, no turning back. This is now, this is never, this is it. I remember I had probably about that much hair. I just took my hair out of waves, took the combed it back, wet it up a little bit, took a little bit of beeswax, I had a rag, and I just remember sitting there like, go crazy, just trying to get them to just twist up as much as they can. And after a while, I left them alone for about a week, 2 weeks turned into 3 weeks, and by like that fourth week, that's when I started seeing like, okay, and I can kind of pull them a little bit, but they wouldn't do much still, but they would still pull. So I actually started my lock after having a conversation with a friend of mine who cut his, and he was telling me that when it comes to like his hair and stuff like that, there's a lot of attachments as far as your life, your spirituality, your things you deal with emotionally, your finances, everything is trapped inside of your body, inside of your head, inside your mind, inside of your hair. And he was telling me that now was the time for him to go ahead, cut it, get rid of his loose ends. And I thought it was interesting. And at the time, I had a lot of stuff going on for myself between school, family, my mental, and it was just it was a lot for me at one time. And my two favorite words around that time were patience and prayer. And I know at the time, I needed something that's going to teach me patience because I've been praying. So my whole patience came from my hair. So my first 6 months of this little lock journey, let's look at a little recap. So first, I started out with something like this. So this first couple of weeks right here was just like it was the beginning of January, so it was cold. I'm not too worried about it. And I'm gonna have a do-rag on, skull cap, beanie, whatever I gotta do just to get through that work day, just to get through that week so nobody can see my head. Cool, perfect, fine. Then after that, like I said, week 4, we started going out a little bit, started being able to pull. Then from there on, it was just small, but they started getting thicker. So they weren't growing for like a month and a half, and I started getting concerned, but like I said, at the same time, they were getting thicker. But they wasn't fully locked still. They would probably hold for about a couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks, and then I used to get my hair retwisted. And they would hold, but not solid. Like I said, my hair is weird, so it'll just boom, just like that. It was so strange to me, and I was just like, all right, let's keep it going then. Let's see what we're gonna do within these next 6 months after these first 6 months. Now these next 6 months, talk to your boy Nice. I was not playing with him. Next 6 months, I learned how to do my own hair. I learned how to braid myself. And that's all I needed to know right then and there. And I think the first time that I was really officially able to get my hair braided was my birthday, which was September 23rd, right here. So with this one, it was like, it was cool, had the little barrels going towards the back in the different directions, different angles and stuff. You know, I was feeling myself. I was feeling myself. You know, but it got to a point where I was like, all right, let me see what else I can do. So I started trying more stuff like this. And as of January 9th, it's been two years now since I first tried to lock my hair, and I can say so far it has been a great journey, a great experience. It has taught me a lot. Like I said, going back as far as patience and prayer, and how you view yourself first of all, because it's visual first, and then it all kicks back to mental. So the way that you see yourself is the way that you feel about yourself. So me having longer hair now, I feel more confident with the things that I do, because some people who have locks are looked down upon because of the way that they maintain it. And that's another thing too that I learned. So my advice, now being in for 2 years, is to say, if you want to do it, do it. Don't second guess it. Don't think about it, because the more you try to hold off on it, the more that you're not going to do it. Let's just be honest. I've said it myself about 4 or 5 times. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I did it. Next thing I know, gone. So my best advice for real is, if you want to do it, really do it now. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Number two, be patient. You gotta have patience. You gotta have prayer to get through this, because if you start out small like I did, you're gonna have a lot of ugly days and a lot of ugly phases and stages too. But it's best to just maintain it the best way that you can, and get constant haircuts too. Cause I used to get my hair retwisted every 4 weeks, but I used to get a cut every 3 to 4 weeks if I could, and that's what really helped me maintain my look. All right, y'all. So that is the end of my part one of my experience with being locked up. You feel me? Not locked up, but locked up, which is cool. Like I said, I enjoyed the journey, I enjoyed the experience, and I hope that other people do eventually join. And if anybody has any questions about trying to lock their hair, hit me up. Let me know, and I'll answer them for you. And in part two, I'm actually going to bring somebody else on here with me, and we're going to tell y'all a couple personal stories about our lock journey and our experiences, and actually bring on my sis who does our hair too. So yeah, stay tuned. That is the end of part one. Part two coming soon. Talk to me.